about why the war has not ended yet. NBC's Monica Alba is traveling with the president near his New Jersey estate. Monica, good morning.
Hey there, Willie. Good morning to you. When the president first committed to wrapping this war up in about a 4 to 6 week timeline, that seemed difficult. But even though there has been a fragile ceasefire in place since early April, a diplomatic deal has been elusive. And the U.S. and Iran continue to trade fire throughout the weekend. During their interview, Kristen asked the president about exactly how many missiles Iran has left.
Do you know how many missiles?
They have burned, yes, exactly.
How many?
I don't want to tell you.
Can you give me a ballpark?
But they have some left. No, but I know almost to the number, and we know where they are too, and we know where their drones are, and we know where their drone factories are. Most of the drone factories have been knocked out. Most of the launching pads have been knocked out, and most of the missile manufacturing areas have been knocked out. But they still have capacity. They have some missiles. They have some drones. I would say percentage-wise, maybe 21, 22% of their missiles. It's a lot of missiles. But it's not what it was when we first attacked.
And Willie, remember that President Trump hasn't taken restarting major combat military operations again off the table. He said Friday that the U.S. will come out of Iran very quickly at some point, whether it's with a peace deal or whether it's, quote, through the very tough way. But also he suggested that the current naval blockade could be in place through Labor Day. Willie.
Monica Alba traveling with the president. Monica, thanks so much. Kristen Welker is the moderator of Meet the Press. Kristen, good morning. Great to see you. I spent last night, this gives you a window into my social life, reading the transcript of your interview with President Trump. And boy, was there a lot in there. What were some of your key takeaways?
Willie, this was a wide-ranging, really extraordinary interview. We did start off by talking about Iran, the president making it very clear he's not in a rush to get a deal. He wants to get a good deal. I pressed him on his promise not to get the United States engaged in foreign wars. He said this is not going to be a forever war. He insists it's not a quagmire. I also talked to him about the fact that people are suffering right now because of the high cost of gas. We were in a rural district in Wisconsin where farmers are feeling the pressure. Diesel is up. The cost of fertilizer is up. His message, those prices are going to start to come down as soon as this war ends. Willie, the backdrop to this interview became a story in and of itself. At the invitation of the White House, we conducted this interview in Wisconsin in a farm and actually in a barn inside that farm. It started to rain heavily about 20 minutes into the interview. And then, Willie, the interview was interrupted multiple times where we had to stop, wait for the rain to pass, and then restart our interview. And then ultimately, Willie, because of apparently those disruptions, as well as frustration with a line of questioning, he was talking about his unsubstantiated claims of voter fraud in California. I was pressing him, what is the evidence on that? Out of frustration over that line of questioning, President Trump did end the interview. So it really is a remarkable exchange, and it's all coming up on Meet the Press, Willie.
He didn't appreciate your telling the truth about the 2020 election and pushing back about what's happening in California. A lot to watch in that interview. Kristen, thanks so much. We'll look for more this morning on Meet the Press when Kristen has much more of that thorough and exclusive interview with President Trump. Former 60 Minutes correspondent Scott Pelley is speaking out in his first interview since he was fired by CBS News after clashing with senior management. Pelley telling the New York Times the new leadership at CBS is attempting to inject political bias into the network's stories.
We can save this. It's possible to land this plane. But right now, CBS News, in my view, is on fire.
CBS News denies the claims of political interference. Shortly after Pelley's firing, CBS News editor-in-chief Barry Weiss told employees, despite our attempts to engage with Scott Pelley and to find a way back, unfortunately, we were not able to do so, and so we had to part ways. The NBA Finals resume tomorrow night at Madison Square Garden in New York, with the city absolutely buzzing about the hometown Knicks, who are just 2 wins away from their first championship in 53 years. NBC's Marquise Francis is here with more on the hottest New York ticket in decades. Marquise, good morning.
Willie, good morning. The New York Knicks are rocking and rolling, up 2-0 in a best-of-7 series after a nail-biter on Friday. The orange and blue are finally looking to put that 53-year drought to bed. New York is known as the city that never sleeps. And that's never been more true than now, with the Knicks coming back to Madison Square Garden with a 2-0 game lead in the NBA Finals. The Spurs, after their crushing defeat Friday night at the buzzer, have a Herculean task ahead of them. No team has lost its first 2 at home in the NBA Finals and gone on to win it all. And in true New York fashion, Game 3 is slated to be star-studded. President Trump is among those planning to attend.
Well, I'll be going to Game 3. I guess it's Game 3 on Monday. I thought it was amazing. I think the Knicks have an amazing team.
The list of other celebs expected to be courtside Monday night reads like an award show invite-only list. Spike Lee, Ben Stiller, Timothée Chalamet, Tracy Morgan, and Fat Joe. But if you're a regular Joe, you might need to take out a second mortgage to see the game in person. According to SeatGeek, even nosebleed seats are going for more than $10,000 a pop. And for floor seats, tickets are in the 6 figures. Knicks fans without a trust fund have been packing the streets outside MSG, along with bars and apartments throughout the city, to cheer on their team, which hasn't won a title in more than half a century.
Let's go Knicks! Let's go Knicks!
Knicks and Spurs have been blockbuster TV as well. Game 1 averaged nearly 17 million viewers on Wednesday, up a whopping 90% over Game 1 last year. It's become appointment TV for all of New York City and basketball fans everywhere. And with the title nearly in its grasp, the orange and blue are looking to finally put that championship drought to bed. Ahead of Monday, the Secret Service said that attendees can anticipate hard street closures around MSG, a strict no-bag policy, and they're encouraging fans to arrive at least 2 hours before tip-off to undergo thorough screenings. That also means no watch parties outside of MSG. Willie?
Those watch parties have been absolutely wild. We've been waiting our whole lives for this, and you can feel it in the city right now. We'll see if they close the deal. Marquise, thanks so much. Appreciate it. Let's turn now and get a quick check of your local weather on this first Sunday of June. And lows of the week, including this year's winner of the National Spelling Bee, putting on a stunning display of impromptu rapid-fire spelling during an off-Broadway cameo. We will start the last-minute Tony Buzz. And the young ring bearer who was asleep at the wheel, literally, when his big moment came on wedding day. We will ask him to please step out of the car. But up next, our Sunday focus on World Cup 2026 as the best teams from around the globe come to North America to compete for the most coveted prize in sports. We'll size up the field, including Team USA playing in front of the home fans. It's all coming up on Sunday Today.